Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Kids Show, and today we're going to be talking about some soy boy woke loser who wrote an opinion piece on Bloomberg about women in gaming. And basically, guys, when it comes to these people, to me, they're some of the worst. Um, I'm tired of seeing like these these Twitter spaces where these guys are just like, oh, we need to be more inclusive to women and blah blah blah. Bruh, the best thing you can do for women is just get the fuck out of the way and shut up. That's literally the truth. But man, when it comes to this article by Bloomberg, first off, Bloomberg's entire existence these days is a bit opinion based to begin with. So the fact that they actually do have an opinion side of their site is hilarious to me. You should just make your entire existence opinion based because that's what you are. You don't say that, but that is the truth. So let's see. This guy Tay Kim. I checked the individual's account. They are indeed a male. Surprised there was no pronouns in the bio or the whole male feminist shtick, but he tries to appear not to be retarded. But unfortunately, this article does say otherwise. And I will have a link to this article archived, of course. The article is about a week old. I've been meaning to get to this. I think it's important to give my personal opinion on this type of stuff. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, the title reads as follows: Video game industry struggles to shake sexist attitudes. Denigrating portrayals of women are common in popular titles, but a hit Sony game offers a glimmer of hope that things are changing. So apparently, great female protagonists in video games have not existed until Horizon Zero Dawn and Aloy. That is literally where this individual is going with this, and to me personally, Aloy is one of the worst female protagonists I've ever had the displeasure of playing as. I think Horizon Zero Dawn was an interesting game, but overall it just did not grab me. And one of the biggest reasons for that is because Aloy is a dead carcass of a character. She has nothing interesting going on about her at all. And honestly, I played that game for about 20 to 30 hours and I dropped it because there's nothing interesting about any of the characters, especially the main protagonist. To me, she is about as interesting as a dead carcass. Actually, even less interesting. Because at least I could think, what happened to this dead carcass? Whereas with Aloy, she's just there. And you just play as her. And she doesn't have any interesting factors about her whatsoever. But yeah, guys, let's get into this article. The video game business has a long and troubled history of sexism and gender stereotypes. A round of scandals at multiple gaming companies offered a sad reminder that the industry has a lot more to do to fix its culture and eventually repair its reputation. They're comparing in game female protagonists, or the lack thereof, to the degenerate and disgusting state of the games industry. I mean, honestly, when it comes to the games industry and all this weird shit that's coming out, I mean, this is all your peoples, like the wokies, the wokel yokels. Y'all are being discovered to be weird. I'm just saying, especially with the stuff that's come out about Activision Blizzard. I mean, y'all constantly tout that, the fake sentiments of equality and all that stuff. Meanwhile, in practice, y'all don't do any of that. You guys want to constantly berate the people you sell product to and make them out to be evil people, but you still want them to buy your product. But at the same time, in practice, y'all are trash. And I mean, own up to it. It's your industry now. That's what it is. Own up to the fact that a lot of you guys don't believe in a lot of shit that you say. But anyway, but the situation isn't hopeless, as a hit release from Sony shows there is a big market for games that portray women as smart and resourceful actors rather than as pawns, victims, and objects of male desire. Apparently, that didn't exist before Aloy. Gotta love how that's a thing. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this is the type of asshole that won't even acknowledge Bayonetta. Bayonetta is a very smart, slick, badass character. She's very proud of who she is. That's why she looks the way she does, because she is proud. And women come in all different shapes and sizes. They have all different sorts of interests. And to ignore and deny some because they don't meet your standard kind of shows a bit of sexism there. What's your name again? Take him. But yeah, let's continue on. I mean, we got Gravity Rush. I mean, I love Kat. She's a cool character. She's actually pretty interesting. I like her design. Her game was really fun. The whole gravity aspect of it was really fresh. Love that game. We got Heavenly Sword here. Yeah, believe it or not, awesome female protagonist. Didn't start in the what is it, the eighth gen, the PS4 slash Xbox One generation. It didn't start eighth gen, I assure you. There's been badass female protagonists before the PS4, before Horizon Zero Dawn. Same thing with the OG Lara Croft. They don't want to acknowledge this character because she is proud to be who she was. Apparently, you have to be all covered up and act as though you're not proud of who you are in order to be accepted by these types of people. But OG Lara Croft is one of the greatest female protagonists in video games ever, and they won't acknowledge her. They just go with the new Lara Croft. And given I do like the new Tomb Raider games, in terms of gameplay, Lara Croft after the original, the Tomb Raider reboot game, she had nothing, no character development at all. She's just the same character in Rise and then in Shadow. So yeah, they won't acknowledge OG Lara. I mean, come on, guys. If you're gonna call out sexism, at least don't be sexist. I mean, we got Beyond Two Souls with Ellen Page. This was a really interesting coming of age story for this character. A lot of people don't really necessarily like this game, but in terms of story, it was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it for what it was. And then we got Beyond Good and Evil, very popular game on the people. Well, I don't know if it was more like a cult classic, I would say, cult classic Cage. But a lot of people are really looking forward to the sequel of this game if it ever does decide to come out. But another female protagonist there. Then we have one of my favorite female protagonists in Death by Degrees, Tekken's own Nina Williams. They don't acknowledge this. They don't acknowledge the character. I mean, it just stop pretending you give a fuck about women if you won't acknowledge the history of women in video games. There have been women lead protagonists that are actually cool before PS4 generation, before Aloy. And Aloy's not cool. She's fucking lame. She's boring as shit. We got another one here. No One Lives Forever, female protagonist. Yo, guys, man, like, advocate for good ideas with female protagonists. Like I've been saying, bro, they've been coming out with games that are kind of like 70s style, and I like 70s shit, so I would be down for that. I'm just like, I'm over here constantly saying like, "Hi, Pam Grier still lives. Why will you guys not make a Foxy Brown video game that's like super hyper violent, badass female protagonist with the fro, all that shit, like a third person sandbox game?" I kind of picture like Driver 76, but more like you have driving, but also like hardcore fucking third person shooting violence, all types of crazy shit like that. 70s music, 70s cars. Bro, to me, that would be amazing. But, the people that act like they're badass, like they slave for females, they fight for females, they're they want more Xenas. No, y'all don't want that shit. Y'all don't come up with any good ideas. Talk so much shit, bro. I'm so over it. Y'all are fucking lame. Stop acting like you give a shit. An incident at a conference about a decade ago has become the poster child of the industry's culture issues. I love the fact that you have a lot of very strong female characters, a woman said to an all male panel of developers from Activision Blizzard. Yeah, bring up Activision Blizzard. The fucking people that constantly talk about we support the LGBT, we support women, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, they're the weirdos. They have a bunch of weirdos in their company, and yeah, the people that run the company are up to some sus shit. But yeah, let's continue. Developers from blah blah blah, makers of World of Warcraft and Call of Duty. However, I was wondering if we can have some that don't look like they stepped out of a Victoria's Secret catalog. Why is like they you do have that. I don't understand. You have some that look like, have the Catwoman persona where she uses her sexuality to get what she wants. There are female characters like that. Why is it that you think that there shouldn't be that at all? That's my thing. It's like, what is awesome about women in general is that they're different. Like, there's all different types of women. There's some that look a certain way in order to get what they want, so they look like, very promiscuous or whatever. There's some that don't look like that. There's characters of all shapes and sizes that are females. Why do you force like one over the other or whatever? Like, it's just weird to me. It's almost like you don't appreciate the fact that women are different. But yeah. A smatter to blah 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 blah, quickly drowned out by a sea of booze. Instead of defending her, and developers ridiculed her suggestion. I mean, look, bringing up shit 10 years ago because apparently want to talk about how things haven't changed, but you want to bring up something that's old as fuck. Despite an outcry at the time, the industry continued to struggle with hostile attitudes towards women. After Microsoft Corp hosted a party 5 years ago with scantily clad female dancers on platforms, head of Xbox Phil Spencer was forced to apologize. More recently, League of Legends maker Riot Games Inc. has been sued for gender discrimination. I mean, because these people don't fucking actually live by the shit that they say. That's just like, how many times can I say this? Because it counts literally for almost every situation. While Ubisoft Entertainment and Activision Blizzard Inc. have let go several executives amid allegations of widespread sexual harassment, yet amid these painful episodes, there are also signs of progress. In particular, Sony Group Corp's 2017 blockbuster release Horizon Zero Dawn shows that there is a huge market for games that don't denigrate women. Isn't isn't Sony getting sued for like gender discrimination though? Like, am I wrong about that? I feel like that literally came out like 3 or so weeks ago, maybe even a little more than that. But I mean, how can you bring up these things and then not bring up the fact that Sony's dealing with the same thing inside their little group? Zero Dawn's main protagonist is a female character who doesn't look like a supermodel. No, she doesn't look like a supermodel, and she doesn't even look remotely interesting. She's fucking boring. Set in a post apocalyptic time far in the future, the character named Aloy battles robotic dinosaurs and aims to stop a rogue artificial intelligence system from destroying life on Earth. The game's developers said they wanted to create a believable and inspirational hero for everyone, and it worked. No, it didn't. I didn't even finish the game because Aloy's just boring. Players love the character. I didn't. She's fucking boring. And the game's engrossing narrative and production values. Horizon went on to become one of Sony's most popular games with more than 10 million units sold. I mean, in my opinion, Samus, bro, to me, Samus in Metroid Dread, the way that she stands, the way that she presents herself is more interesting than anything Aloy has said or done or posed in all of Horizon Zero Dawn. That's how I feel about it, man. Like, just the way Samus's character physically like acts in Metroid Dread just is more interesting than most female protagonists now. I mean, it's sad for me to have to say that, but it's sadly just true. I don't understand like what is so hard to make interesting female characters. Like it's like the industry fucking shits on the very concept of trying to do that. It's just weird to me. I just don't understand. Like you have fem- female protagonists with zero charisma. They have no personality. They have no pulse at all. To me, that's worse than having no female protagonists at all because it just feels like a complete waste of my time and money. They are so antithetical to making cool female protagonists and while acting as though they actually care about women. Gotta love how that works. I mean, that's how modern day is. It's like they constantly say they want to do all this good shit. Everything that they do is the exact opposite of what they claim to want to do. The sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, is poised to be one of the biggest releases in 2022. I will say, for Horizon Forbidden West, in terms of just the way it looks more interesting. I won't buy it because I didn't finish the first one, or perhaps maybe Forbidden West will convince me to finish the first one. Can't really say for sure. It's highly unlikely. Um, to be honest, Dying Light 2 is coming out and I'm going to be super into that game. That and Pokemon. I'm pretty excited for Pokemon, not gonna lie. Yeah, biggest release of 2022, launches in February. If successful, I mean, obviously it's going to be successful. I don't know why they even say if successful. It should encourage other publishers to move beyond superficial female appearances. See, this is what I'm saying. You don't want female protagonists unless they abide by what you are setting the rules as. So, dude, you're kind of sexist. Like, who the fuck are you to set the rules of what is acceptable or not? There should be women of all types in video games. The fact that you're trying to put a stipulation on it just goes to show that you really don't, you're not about what you say you're about. Move beyond superficial female appearances and focus on better storytelling and game quality. I would love better storytelling because a lot of games, their stories fucking suck. And the fact your female protagonists are garbage too doesn't help the situation. It actually kills it. The positive response to the title among female gamers on industry websites and social media suggests it might help bring more female gamers to console games as well. I don't. I don't think so, man. A lot of chicks, from what I've seen, get into games because of something very specific. A lot of women tend to gravitate towards Nintendo or like RPGs. It really doesn't matter if the main protagonist is male or female unless they're so hyper obsessed with gender. Like they're just some weirdos that are just going to be like that. And unfortunately, there's a lot of them in the game industry, and that's why we have so much of the problems that we have now. But like women that I've seen that are like true fucking gamers, like they bleed gaming, like it's a true part of their hobby and not just like, oh, just something to do on the side when I'm bored type deal. Like they gravitate towards things that appeal to them personally and not just it doesn't have to do with gender in most cases. At least anecdotal like things I've seen. So I mean, I don't see how this would necessarily change things. They're just women that are not into gaming. Not nearly as much as men are. Gaming has always appealed to men, not because of, oh, there's so many male protagonists. I mean, it's just a guy's thing for a long time, and now a lot of women are getting into it. And I've been into gaming since shit. Since I was like as far back as I can remember, like 6 years old. I got my PS1. No, wait. I believe it was my Game Boy Color at 6. And I think maybe my PS1 at 7. I always get, like, when it comes to the age between like 4 and 7, I can't like distinguish what year was what. But I got my Game Boy Color. I had begged for it. And it was that was it. I was just into gaming heavy. Like that was my thing. And like not having female protagonists never deterred me. I just wanted to play as cool characters. It didn't matter what gender they were. But let's see. Characters like Eloy remain too rare among mainstream games. I mean, I wish boring female protagonists were rare, but unfortunately they're not. They're kind of an epidemic. It's a pandemic of boring, lifeless female protagonists. Move over, COVID. As a video game enthusiast, no, you're not a video game enthusiast. You're a fucking asshole. I find it uncomfortable playing leading titles like Tomb Raider, Genshin Impact, or Bayonetta, all of which feature female characters in skimpy outfits. Some women like to dress like that. What is the fucking problem? Why are you choosing to judge these women for dressing the way they are? Bayonetta was designed by a woman. You won't acknowledge that. You just want to shit on it. Go fuck yourself. Dude, just go fuck yourself with a rake. Just do it. And don't record it. All of which feature female characters in skimpy outfits, but for now, gamers are stuck. Basically, he just wants all women to be fully clothed and fucking probably fat and have pink hair. That's typically what these weirdos want. Oh my god, but for now, gamers are stuck either watching sexist depictions of women. Apparently, Bayonetta being designed by a woman is a sexist depiction. You are such a dick. Go fuck yourself. And avoiding many of the gaming world's top franchises, of course, plenty of best selling video games don't rely on cringe inducing portrayals. They are not fucking cringe. It's like, stop fucking being so. Oh my god, what a clown. I don't, like, bruh. They're gonna have to take me off of YouTube because I don't fuck around. But familiar gender tropes of the damsel in distress and the use of overly sexualized characters turn up far too often, bruh. This is what the gaming industry has turned into. To me, the perfect example is Sindel. Sindel is a badass female character, a strong female character, but unfortunately, her life was really fucked. Like when Edania got invaded, her husband was murdered, and she was taken prisoner by Shao Kahn and forced to be Shao Kahn's like wife. It's like you feel for this character. Storytelling made me feel for Sindel in ways that like made me genuinely sorrowful for this character, and she was one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat because of that. I felt bad for Sindel, but I also loved her fucking fighting style, her fucking hair, her screaming, her purple outfit. Like she was like Lily Munster on steroids. That is why I love her. But also I loved her because she was a character that went through so much in Mortal Kombat 9 when she literally kills off almost the entire fucking roster Dark Phoenix style, and she didn't, like, you know that she didn't want to do that. She was unfortunately under control and forced to do that, and that's what made me love the character and feel for this character in an emotional way that cannot be seem to be captured by video games these days. And look what they did to Sindel. They retconned her character to make her a generic villain in Mortal Kombat 11. This is why I hate Mortal Kombat 11. But this is what modern gaming does. They don't want to make you feel anything for these female characters because apparently to make them in any way like feel anything like sorrowful whatever is apparently a bad thing. They are literally ignoring storytelling because they must make female protagonists look strong in every way. And with what they did to Sindel, it is kind of just depressing. this is this is the epidemic of failing female protagonists in modern day. And it's just going to continue to happen. And it's because of assholes like this. They ignore, basically, it doesn't matter the situation. Like Bayonetta is designed by a female character. Bayonetta's a strong, proud female character that displays her body because clearly she's proud of who she is and she accepts who she is. And she's not afraid to show it. I mean, to me, that's not a bad thing at all. She also kicks ass. She makes glasses look dope. And she has like all these slick one-liners. Like she can talk about like crazy shit. I mean, the whole scene where she literally says, "I'm gonna bust a cap in your ass," and the way she says it is just amazing. Like Bayonetta is the character that has all the slick talk. She's got all the moves. She's gonna draw heads. She is not a weak character in any way, shape, or form, and she was designed by a female. And the fact that losers like this, who have like the ability to project their bullshit onto so many people, they won't acknowledge characters like that, goes to show that they're the problem with the industry in terms of sexism. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Once again, I'll have the uh, basically archived this bullshit in the description. Uh, Let me know what you guys think. If you can, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me over on Twitter if you want to continue the conversation. With all that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.